We know this is a lot of information to take in, so that's why this morning we brought in a doctor to answer your questions. Let's check back in with Dr. Frank LoVecchio. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
All right, let's get right into our first viewer question here right now. This comes from Russ in Fountain Hills, and he says, when available, will you need a COVID vaccine every year, much like we take with the flu vaccine?
The answer is most likely yes. What we're seeing now is that you're probably going to have to get it annually. We'll have more data in June. When June hits, then we'll have an idea of what people did who were in the study. But it looks like immunity is not going to last longer than that. You'll probably need a booster every year like the flu vaccine.
And Dr. LoVecchio, our next viewer question applies to a whole lot of people. She says, I have a grown child coming home from across the country next week. What precautions should be taken once he returns home?
We know that kids coming home from college, that age group, they don't tend to get that sick, but they do carry it and they can be considered spreaders. I think the safest thing to do is to get them a test before they come home and let them kind of quarantine or keep apart from them for about a week or so. If they could come home a little early, that would be great. Obviously, practice social distancing, and remember, even the best test is wrong 1 out of 5 times or so. So don't just rely on the test, unfortunately. Some people say if you can't get a test, let them quarantine or so for 14 days, which is kind of tough.
With the holidays coming up, do you recommend the same thing for folks that are just traveling?
Yes, I think that's the safest thing. Have a test before they come over.
Okay. And now our next question comes from Rudy out in Levine, and he's asking, now that we're getting near colder weather, it's a relative term in Arizona, I understand, but does the virus really survive longer on hard surfaces?
I think what they're alluding to is the fact that the colder the surface is, like 53 degrees Fahrenheit or so, it likes to live at that temperature. And why is it surviving so long in Arizona on these hard surfaces? Well, it turns out air conditioning is an issue, etc. But on hard surfaces like wood and some metals, it can last 4 to 5 days. On plastic, it lasts 2 to 3. Aluminum cans, though, 2 to 8 hours or so. In fabric, it's almost gone pretty quickly. So it depends on the surface, it depends on the temperature. I think the safest thing to do is kind of wipe things down with dilute bleach, 3 or 4 teaspoons in 1 quart of water, kind of spray things down, wait a minute, and the virus will be gone.
All right, Dr. LoVecchio, we appreciate you staying with us all morning long. I know you've been very busy with us here today answering some of our viewers' questions. And as things develop, we'll definitely be giving you a call again soon to answer some more questions. Thank you.
Thank you.